Namo Vitragay.
Namo Vitragay. Everybody, please.
Namo Vitragay.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Loe Savasahunam.
Namo Savasahunam.
Teso Panchanamukkaro.
Panchanamukkaro.
Savvapavapkanasano. Mangalanam cha Sauvesim. Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Bhavai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now, let me ask a question. While we are doing 3 mantra, was everybody's cell phone connected to the right people? Yes? No? Kush, was your cell phone connected to the right people? Kush,
What? Pardon me?
was your cell phone connected to the right people when you're doing 3 mantra? You don't understand. Nidhi, you said yes. What do you mean by that? Explain to Kush.
Like when you're like praying, all you're thinking about is like Dada Bhagwan. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Like when you're like praying?
Everybody understand? When you say your cell phone is on, when you say Namo Arihantanam, whom are you connecting to?
Simandar Swami.
Thank you. Then when you say Namo Siddhanam, you are connecting to
Siddha Bhagwan.
Siddh Bhagwan. Likewise, everybody understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Kush, you understand now? Dhruvi?
Yeah.
Garvi?
Yeah.
Ram, everybody understand? When you do
Yes.
3 mantra, you are connecting. Your cell phone is being connected. And where is your cell phone? Is this your cell phone?
We are
Yes,
attending.
yes, no. When you do 3 mantra, where is your cell phone? Nidhi. When you do 3 mantra, where is your cell phone connecting?
Where is your cell phone?
Dada Bhagwan.
Yeah.
No. The cell phone is inside you. Where is the inside your cell phone?
In your mind?
Thank you. And what does mind do? Let's do science here.
Send vibrations.
Thank you. And when you send vibration, who gets the vibration? To the number you're connected to. And that is, when you do Namo Arintanam, is Simanda Swami. So you get connected, your cell phone is here, mind is here. Okay, so your mind sends vibration to Simanda Swami that I am bowing to you. And Simanda Swami says, okay, my child, I'll take care of you. Got it, everybody? Simple science vibrations? Okay. Now, we want to do first we're going to do fourth code of conduct today, but we want first 2, 3, somebody recite Gujarati, Hindi, and English. Okay? So with Gujarati, we'll start with Toronto. Do the first 3 code of conduct in Gujarati. Then we'll go to Charvi. Don't get lost. And then we'll go to English, Nidhi, Jashvi, or Shia, whoever, or Ram, or whatever. Okay, let's do first 3 Kalamo in Gujarati. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. We don't have time.
હે દાદા ભગવાન મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્માનો કિંચિત માત્ર પણ અહમ ના ડૂબાવાય કે ડૂબાવા પ્રત્યેના અનુમોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો. મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્માનો કિંચિત માત્ર પણ અહમ ના ડૂબાય એવી ત્યારબાદ વાણી, ત્યારબાદ વચન અને ત્યારબાદ મનન કરવાની પરમ શક્તિ આપો. હે દાદા ભગવાન મને કોઈ પણ ધર્મનું કિંચિત માત્ર પણ પ્રમાણ ના ડૂબાવાય કે ડૂબાવા પ્રત્યેના અનુમોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો. મને કોઈ પણ ધર્મનું કિંચિત માત્ર પણ પ્રમાણ ના ડૂબાવાય એવી ત્યારબાદ વાણી, ત્યારબાદ વચન અને ત્યારબાદ મનન કરવાની પરમ શક્તિ આપો. હે દાદા ભગવાન મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી ઉપદેશક સાધુ સાધ્વી કે આચાર્યનો અવનવાદ, અપરાધ, અવિનય ના કરવાની પરમ શક્તિ આપો.
Very good. Thank you, Charvi and Sister Devanam in Hindi.
हे दादा भगवान मुझसे किसी भी देहधारी जीवात्मा के हमको किंचित मात्र भी ठेस न पहुंचाई जाए एवं ठेस पहुंचाने का अनुमोदन न किया जाए, ऐसी परम शक्ति आप मुझे दे. मुझसे किसी भी देहधारी जीवात्मा के अहम को किंचित मात्र भी ठेस न पहुंचे, ऐसी स्वादवाद वाणी, स्वादवाद वचन एवं स्वादवाद मनन करने की आप मुझे परम शक्ति दें. हे दादा भगवान मुझसे किसी भी धर्म के प्रमाण को किंचित मात्र भी ठेस न पहुंचाई जाए एवं ठेस पहुंचाने का अनुमोदन न किया जाए, ऐसी परम शक्ति आप मुझे दे. मुझसे किसी भी धर्म के प्रमाण को किंचित मात्र भी ठेस न पहुंचाई जाए, ऐसी स्वादवाद वाणी, स्वादवाद वचन एवं स्वादवाद मनन करने की मुझे परम शक्ति दे. हे दादा भगवान मुझसे किसी भी देहधारी उपदेशक साधु साध्वी या आचार्य का अवर्णवाद, अपराध, अवन्य न करने की परम शक्ति दे.
Thank you. Very good. Next time, please, no reading. You need to memorize this. English. Who volunteer for English? Hitasvi, Shia, Yashvi, Nidhi, Tina. Somebody volunteer, please. Please hurry up.
I can do it.
Okay, go ahead. Jorthi
Dear
bolje,
Sada
please.
Okay. Dear
On top
Sada
of your voice.
Dear Dada Bhagwan, give me infinite inner strength not to hurt, cause someone to hurt, nor encourage anyone to hurt the ego of any living being, even to the slightest extent. Give me the infinite inner strength not to hurt the ego of any living being, and to conduct my speech, thoughts, and actions in a manner that is accepted by all. Dear Dada Bhagwan, give me infinite inner strength not to hurt, cause someone to hurt, nor encourage anyone to hurt the foundation of any religion, even to the slightest extent. Give me the infinite inner strength not to hurt the foundation of any religion, even to the slightest extent, and to conduct my speech, thoughts, and actions in a manner that is accepted by all. Dear Dada Bhagwan, give me infinite inner strength not to criticize, insult, or offend any living monk, nun, preacher, or religious head. Dear Dada Bhagwan, give me infinite inner strength not to cause someone to hurt, nor encourage anyone to know it. Dear Dada Bhagwan, give me infinite strength not to nor cause someone to, nor encourage anyone to dislike or hate any living being, even to the slightest extent.
Very good. Thank you, everybody. Please try to memorize. This is the lifetime, life-saving oxygen for everybody. So since oxygen is available freely, 9 code of conduct should be available to you freely also. Okay, now we go to the fourth code of conduct. Somebody slowly can say that, then Deepakanandji will explain what it is in English. They ask you to go in slowly so Deepakanandji can pick up the words.
Yeah. Dearest Dada Bhagwan. Wait, do you want me to say it slowly so everybody can repeat it, or do you want me to just say it? Rajni uncle, do you want me to like say it slowly so everyone can repeat it, or just like say it?
Oh, okay. So that was the only short one? No.
No, I'm asking you. Do you want me to say it so everybody can repeat it
Yeah, that's the
slowly, or do you want me to just say it?
fourth one. Please say it loudly.
Oh, okay.
Just the
Dearest
fourth.
Dearest Dada Bhagwan, give me infinite inner strength not to nor cause someone to dislike or hate any living being, even to the slightest extent.
Good.
That's
Now, okay, Deepakanandji, while you give you a moment to think about the fourth code of conduct, but in the meantime, in the future, code of conduct number 3, okay, we will make you teachers. So pick up a topic you want to discuss, talk about for 5 minutes, no more. Okay? So we'll have everybody in the future start doing it. Herschel is online. We'll go with age. So Herschel is online for the first one. You can pick any topic which is bugging you is best. Then we can discuss that. That's the best topic you pick. So you can introduce that topic, what do you think about it, why you happening, and then Deepakanandji can analyze it and give good solutions for that. Everybody got that? Everybody wants to be teacher?
Yes.
Herschel done. Rinam, you want to be a teacher?
No.
No, you have to. Okay?
Who said?
Everybody will have to be teachers, right? Dhruv and Kush, okay? You teach each other. You teach other. So now Charvi, you, Harish, you teach Harish something. So you're a teacher. Okay? Okay,
But
Deepakanandji.
why, do you know why you have to be a good teacher? A good teacher can teach others well. At the same time, you are a good teacher for your own self. That's a big secret behind it. Only when you learn, when you are learning while teaching, that's how you can be a good teacher. At the same time, you are learning also. It's a great secret. So everyone is a teacher, and whoever is a teacher, all his or her life, they have to keep learning. Then only they can be a good teacher. And the first person you have to teach is your own self. Clear? Okay, let us go to the fourth code. Shall we?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, the fourth code is in relation to having dislike or hatred towards others. But do you all anytime have dislike or hatred for anyone? Ever? Or it is very common? What is it? Come on, say. Is this feeling of dislike or hatred common in our interactions at home and at your school and everywhere outside or within at home?
Come on.
To some extent.
What is it?
To some extent, yes.
To some extent.
Okay, how about Nidhi and Tina?
Yeah, to some extent.
Okay, speak up, yeah. Okay,
To
we're going to learn
some
a
extent.
lot of stuff out of this. Okay, how about Charvi and Rinam?
To some extent.
Yes?
To some
Yeah,
extent.
you guys are not copycat, na? You're just following what others are saying. Think. If I say for myself, then I keep having dislike most of the time, because every other moment, every other time, I differ from the other person. Do you ever differ from the other person?
Yes.
Then the moment you differ, that feeling of dislike just pops up. Does it not pop up? Don't you have that feeling? And you say sometimes, maybe you guys are better than us. Me, I should say. At least I do get. But then I use wisdom of Dada's knowledge and balance that. So mainly, what is the dislike when others don't do, don't listen, or they are not as per our understanding or our belief, that feeling of dislike just comes to you. Is that so? I give example. If Nidhi doesn't do something which is believed by Tina, then Tina immediately gets that feeling of dislike for Nidhi. Why Nidhi is not doing like this, or why she's doing like that?
You
Doesn't
stupid,
that
Nidhi.
happen?
Yeah.
They say, yo, you're stupid.
Yeah. You know, to speak, you need so much of energy, and probably they just had breakfast, so it takes time to convert food into energy. So, in the same way, if Mox do anything, if he does anything, then yes, we may not like, because he is not doing as what she believes. Or at times, your parents tell you to do something which you don't agree or which you don't want to do, and that feeling of dislike or no comes. The moment that no thing comes, there is a feeling of dislike. You don't agree to that matter and with the individual. Does that not happen? Everyone is
Yes.
muted.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
talking.
Yes.
I'm not talking to wall. You have to respond. Still muted. What is
No,
your
Harshit
problem?
said, they said, some people said,
Huh?
some people said yes.
What is it?
Some people agreed with you.
Yeah, but then, okay. So this feeling of dislike is very dangerous. And when we say this code of conduct, then you are developing that inner strength, asking for that inner strength from Dada Bhagwan, who has conquered this feeling of dislike and hatred towards everyone. The reason is, everyone is learning. Everyone is on the path of learning. So if you have learned something, if you have understood something, if you have gathered something, then others, they will also have their time in life to learn, and they will also become one like you. But when you have to deal with others, that's why Dada had been telling all these years that master key of adjustment is very important. Adjustment and acceptance. Just imagine, how much do you know compared to your parents? Do they know much more than you?
Yes.
What others say, Sia, Mox, Yashvi,
Yes.
Nidhi, Tina,
More than us.
Harshal?
Yes.
Much, much
Or
more. They have experience in their life, tons of experience. And just imagine, you are going to differ from them every moment, every situation, every instance, then they are bound to have great amount of dislike for you. But they don't. They know that you're going to learn one day, and at the same time, they try to teach you by living an exemplary life. A life of example, in the sense you live those principles so others will learn naturally by seeing you, looking at you. So the fourth code of conduct. So this is the feeling of dislike. When you have that feeling of dislike, just disagreement is there. So this is very common. To have dislike is very common. But when it exceeds limits, then it gets converted or changed into hatred. And what did that feeling of hatred do to you? Or what do you want to do? When you have that feeling of hatred, you don't like the presence of that person at all. You'll say, out of my life, out of my sight, I don't want you. That is the feeling of hatred. It is not just dislike. Dislike means you can bear with their whatever they are doing. But hatred means you can't bear, you can't take it, you can't accept it. So you don't want that person. And to have dislike or hatred towards anyone is direct attack to the other person's inner Dada Bhagwan, inner God. So that is going to put our happiness in trouble, big trouble. And we all want to be perfect, we all want to be happy, right? So this is the importance of the fourth code of conduct. Dislike is disagreement or no acceptance of the other person's viewpoint, behavior, whatever that person is doing. And hatred means it's a high level of dislike wherein you don't want that person to be where you are. You want that person to go out of your sight, out of your life. That is very dangerous. Dangerous. Okay? And in this regard, we are asking for that inner strength from Dada Bhagwan so that we get that inner strength not to have dislike or hatred towards anyone. Okay? Jai Satchidanand.
So, question for you, Deepakanandji.
Yes.
By asking for strength from Dada Bhagwan, when and how will this change now attitude? Now we can understand the brothers, sisters, almost the same age. So that kind of things goes on. That doesn't go on too much with other people. So when is this going to start subsiding or they become more happier?
When will it start subsiding, you said?
Yeah, that, you know.
See one thing. This is a very common feeling which you come across when you deal with others. Very common. At home, at work, at your school, at your college. Wherever you deal with people, this feeling of dislike, specifically dislike, is very common. But when it is hatred, it is very dangerous. Person you have hatred, you don't want to see that person, you don't want to be with that person, you just want to get away from that person. That is the typical feeling of hatred, that is called hatred. And now when you ask for that inner strength, you are reinforcing your feeling that, your decision that you don't want to have that feeling of dislike or hatred. And when it's like when you say that you want to be happy, you don't want to hurt anyone, that's what we do every morning. Then with that reinforcement, with that decision, anytime or every time you hurt others or you have that feeling of dislike, a bell will tinkle inside and alert you, this is wrong. You are doing something wrong. And that's how you will start correcting yourself. And what is that correction? So it typically, it's like, I can say for myself, like the way I probably like shouted at you, pay attention, unmute yourself and all that. So this was very common with us. Just imagine when Dada used to deal with us, we were watching like this, doing like that and all that, not paying attention and all that. But Dada never got irritated. He understood that these are kids and they will learn. Eventually they will learn. So that acceptance and adjustment makes, or you can get rid of that dislike. So it's like if I have learned something over a period of time, then you have to give that time to the other person also to learn. And one day the other person is going to learn. So it's a matter of time. So how can you have this feeling of dislike or hatred towards anyone? So with that understanding, so it's like, it's very typical, I can say, give an example, that if I am in the 10th grade and if I see others, lower grade students or boys or girls, whatever, they don't know many things because I am in 10th grade and I know several things. But I was also in that grade once upon a time. And now that I'm in 10th grade, so I know better or more than others. So there's no reason to have feeling of dislike towards anyone. Because after a few years, they are also going to come to 10th grade and they will also learn and understand everything what I know. Okay? So that's how, with that understanding, I will be able to accept them and adjust with them and deal with them amicably so that I don't have that feeling to hurt them. Indirectly, when I have that feeling of dislike or hatred towards anyone, then I am hurting the other person. And that is going to come back to me. So I am putting my happiness in jeopardy.
Very good. Now, Deepakanandji, I am going to wear Nidhi's shoes. Okay? Okay?
You're going to what? You're going to do what?
I'm going to wear Nidhi's shoes.
Okay.
Now, so I am Nidhi and I'm in my class. And for some reason, there's a smart girl or a boy I don't like. Or there's somebody I don't like his or nature. So my mind says, I hate that person. That's normal, right, Nidhi? I'm asking the real Nidhi now, right? So how do you reconcile that? Nidhi, we are twins, okay? So let's talk.
Okay.
I'm talking on your behalf. So this thoughts comes in your mind? Hate that? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So how would we twins, Nidhi, take care of it?
See, first thing, such feeling is very common.
Yeah.
So don't get panic or don't be surprised why you have this kind of feelings. This is very common. But then you have to understand why that person is like that. First thing, like someone is not exposed to this kind of satsang, that they may not know many things. Secondly, if they are younger to you, then they don't know many things. So these are the two very common reasons not to have that understanding or that level of wisdom, you can say. Or in the sense, it's like sometimes you just don't like the person, how they are, how they look. Does that happen? Does that happen?
Yes.
Yes, it happens. Now, just imagine, everyone, when they look at the mirror, don't they praise and appreciate themselves? You look great. Now you look better.
We comb our hair and all that stuff.
Yes, that's not everyone. See, I also do comb my hair properly and come. Just imagine. So it's like the way uncle put his feet into Nidhi's shoes. What does that mean? As if he was Nidhi and he's trying to act and understand what Nidhi would feel. In the same way, when we put our feet into other person's shoes, then we understand how would they feel. So if I have any kind of dislike or hatred towards Reddy uncle, let's say, then when I put my feet into his shoes, then I would immediately understand, oh, how bad he would feel when he comes to know that I don't like him or I hate him. That's very dangerous. And what if he has that feeling for me? I won't like it. So that's how first of all, I correct myself. First thing, whatever Reddy uncle is there, whatever he has learned or he has not learned being old, why he didn't come across the situation wherein he could learn several things which I learned at my younger age. So that doesn't give me any right to have any dislike or hatred towards him. But then I accept it. And after all, if you, how do you say, if you keep aside the body self, then the God self is there, which is perfect, which is all-knowing in everyone, isn't it? Even in the most dumb guy, the God self is perfect. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So what Dada has said, keep this in your mind. After all, that person is good. What does that mean? The body self is in the process of development, process of learning. And someone might have learned or they may not know. So that doesn't mean that they are bad. And to have that feeling of dislike or hatred is very dangerous. That's how when I have that understanding, a feeling of acceptance and adjustment will come naturally. And I will not have to bear that person. I will be able to bear that person very easily, accept that person and deal with that person in a very positive way.
Yeah, also, Deepakanandji, one thing, I as Nizi forget that other people may be hating me if I am a very smart scholar, I stand number one in the class, or my behavior is whatever, So people may be hating me also, right?
Now, if that is there, it is very good. It's a very good perspective that you are able to understand and anticipate what others could be feeling for you. The way you are feeling for others, if you also try to understand and analyze that what if others are also feeling the same way I am feeling for them, that must be very dangerous. I will not like it. Then what right do I have to have any kind of dislike or hatred towards anyone? So my feeling will change immediately. So one more thing, what Dada has said, the world is your reflection. The world is your echo. The way the mirror shows your reflection, in the same way the world is our mirror. So the way we look at that, the same thing is going to come back to us. So when you have or you fight or win against or overcome your dislike and hatred towards anyone, that's how people will also not have those feelings for you.
No, Deepika, now I'm going to put myself as Hitesri. I'm playing a game, basketball, okay, and we are in a match, and one of my colleague screws up, and we lose the match or whatever. Then Hitesri says, I hate that one. He or she didn't do properly. That's possible, Hitesri?
Yes.
See, just imagine, we have our body, head, hands and legs, our mind. Many times our hand don't do things correctly. Our hands don't perform correctly. Do you understand? But we don't say my hand is not behaving properly or not doing things correctly. You say, I am not doing correctly. I am not performing. Do you all understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
See, it's like our belief of I is from head to my toes. Yes?
Yes.
In the same way, so it's like if my eyes are not correct, not seeing properly, my ears are not hearing properly, or if my hands are not performing, so like I'm playing a game and I'm not performing, then do you know if you have seen those Wimbledon, the tennis players, they talk to themselves, hit like this, don't do this, do it like this. Have you heard that anytime?
All the time.
Yes.
So who is he telling?
Themselves.
He is himself, and he's telling himself. So in the same way, when in a team, in a game, if someone else is not performing, then you don't say you are not performing well. When you are in the team, that team is your I. When you have that vision of I at the whole team of their 9 players, how many players are there in the basketball? I don't know.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay, so five players are there. So for you, those 5 players become I. And when there is coordination between these 5 players, you will succeed. So it is like when our mind, speech, body is in coordination, then we will perform. In the same way, when there are 5 players in a team, if there is coordination, do you think that coordination is necessary?
Yes.
That's how it is always the team that wins. Individual plays that part. You understand?
Yes.
In the same way at home, just imagine you are kids. At the same time, you are elder sister, you have a younger brother, you have parents. So if parents perform their duty correctly, you perform your duty as elder daughter, as elder sister. Okay, you cannot expect much from Bhavya. He's too small in a way because he's going to learn. He's going to take time. But major, if there is coordination between you as the eldest daughter, eldest, sister, and elder sister and your parents, then your home will be fantastic. Then your home is working as a team. You're not just blaming, you are not doing correctly, you're not doing correctly. No, it's like you are living in such a wonderful coordination that everyone is performing their part, and then we will always succeed. Our goal of becoming par excellence lies over here. Wherever we are, we have to see that as a team, and that's I am. Then you will not blame others, but you will try to compensate wherever possible and see that your team spirit comes.
Okay, Deepakanandji, I'm going to be Charvi now. Charvi is interaction with Aro, and Aro does something she don't like. So she goes to Mama and says, Mama, I hate Aro.
Is that possible?
Is it possible, Charvi?
I don't say that, but sometimes then we complain to our moms.
That's possible.
So, fine. So here let us understand that if Arav is not doing things correctly or not behaving with you well, then definitely you will not like it. But then the way you go to your mom and you don't make your own judgment, own decision and deal with Arav in a bad way, so that is better. So not as a complaint, but you can always inform. So it's like you're not attacking the person directly because you don't have that right in a way. Sometimes you will fight, you will have differences, that is very common. But then we know that if you are hurting someone, then you immediately do correction. Is that so?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how we can always correct yourself. We can correct ourselves like this. It is better to inform your parents instead of making your own judgment and reacting. You understand?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Deepakanji, we'll go to Harshal. Harshal, do you ever hate anybody?
Not like hatredness, but I do dislike many people.
Very good. Okay. Now, Shia and Aryan, you're sharing a joke between yourself when you were talking. What was that? What hatred talks you were talking about to each other or dislike, whatever? Huh?
Yeah, my mom came.
Deepakanji, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Who has a question?
How do we know that Mahavira Kshetra exists?
Sorry, come again.
How do we know that Mahavira Kshetra exists?
How do you know? Okay. So it's like if your parents tell you something, would you believe or you won't believe?
Probably not.
You don't know. The reason is you are growing little bigger than what you are. You understand? So it's like when you were small, whatever your parents tell you, you just accept, you just follow, and you believe them. And it is like when you grow old, you come to realize and understand and experience all that what your parents have told you. In the same way, we have known this from Dada Bhagwan. And because he has given us so much, which has helped us all our life. And when he has said that Mahavira Kshetra exists, there are many other scriptures also, documentary evidence that Mahavira Kshetra exists, and these secrets, I will say, or these truth, or these facts are revealed by Tirthankar Bhagwan. So that's how we come to know, and the very fact that we have that feeling, that proves that. And when we reach that level of wisdom and knowledge, definitely we will experience that right away. Do you understand? Bolo mama.
બીજું એ લોકોને એ કેવું કે પુણ્ય કેવી રીતના ખર્ચાય છે
લાઈટ માં આવો જરા દેખાય એવી રીતે. Don't be a ghost.
હેલો જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. બોલો નિરલબેન.
કઈ નહીં, બીજું એ લોકોને એ કહેવાનું છે કે પુણ્ય કાલે અમારી જરાક ડિસ્કશન થયેલું હતું અમુક વાત માટે, એટલે એ લોકોને મેં એમ કીધું કે જેટલું આપણે ઈચ્છા વધારે રાખીએ ને જેટલા પૈસા બીજા બધામાં વાપરાય કે બીજી રીતના તો પુણ્ય વધારે વપરાય, તો એ લોકોને કેવું કે પુણ્ય એટલે શું, એટલે પુણ્યનો મિનિંગ કેવું ને શેમાં વાપરવું જોઈએ રાઈટ વે ને કેવી રીતના વપરાય તે કહો. ને ઈંડાનું પણ કહેવાનું છે કે ઈંડા ખાવામાં શું પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, ઈંડા વેજીટેરિયન છે કે નથી વેજીટેરિયન.
Okay, Deepakanji, we will take this as a next topic. In the meantime, all the children, please do research on that. What is punya and what...
think about it. Do some homework.
This is your homework. And then also, don't feel bad, Aryan. This is good. You know that at least our parents wants to get some of our misunderstanding cleared up, because we don't know there's a misunderstanding. So this is very good. So be thankful. Page lagje tar mummy ne ke thanks for bringing this out. Okay? Okay? Aryan, sambryo?
Yeah.
bolne?
Yeah.
Oh, So don't feel bad. So we'll next time in conjunction with fourth, we'll do two things. What is luck? What is punya? How you get things and how you should disperse things. That's one thing. Second thing is Arihan's question. We'll try to go a little bit more scientific, and you guys do research also. You know which is the biggest telescope in the world? Starts with an H.
I don't know.
That's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay. So it's please do a research. It's right with H. Okay. And what does a microscope do? A telescope. Okay. A telescope, can you see with your bare eyes what telescope can see? So we'll bring some science into this, and then we'll figure out how and where people, great people, known, Mahavir Kshetra, other Kshetras also. Okay, we'll bring science into this. But before that, who's a biology student here?
Me.
Okay. Have you microscope?
Yeah.
Have you used microscope?
Yeah.
Can you see what a microscope sees?
Yeah.
No. Without a microscope.
No, we can't see without a microscope.
Okay, so let's look at we'll start with magnifying glass.
Okay.
After magnifying comes microscope. After microscope comes telescope. This is all man-made. Who makes it? Man makes it.
Man.
But is there anything beyond that the man is capable of? Okay, we'll talk about it. And they will try to answer Arihan's question more scientifically. Okay? So please, if you have time, go in internet and which H, see which, I may be wrong, but let's see which is the largest telescope right now we have on Earth and what that has been capable of telling us. This is about 5-10 years invention, only 5-10 years invention. So which bare eyes could not see, a telescope see. And then we'll bring, Deepakanandji will bring science, what our body can do or not do. You know, we are talking about heroes, Superman and all that. You know, he'll explain what this body is really, what strength this body has. Okay? So we'll bring some science into that. Okay, Deepakanandji? Your homework for that.
Sure, yes,
Deepakanandji?
very good. Very good, yes.
Yeah. So next week, two things. We'll talk about science and how human beings have been perceiving things through what instrument. And beyond that, how human beings like Dada Bhagwan, how just by his physical body, he has been able to perceive without a telescope or a built-in telescope in him. And then we'll talk about punya. You know, right now, you people have cell phones, you have cars, you have Sharvi, you have scooters, your father, bungalows and all that. What is that all, you know? So that is Arihan's mom. She has moms want us to explain, which is a good explanation, okay? And the third thing is, you know, we were talking about fourth code of conduct. Look at the words you use, dislike, disagreement, hate, hatred versus happiness in such situations. Okay? Okay? Now, does anybody have time to do 10 minutes of Google's research on telescope? Yes? No? Raise your hands. So if you go to Google and say which is the largest telescope, it will show everything.
I think it's China Sky Eye.
Go ahead, Sharon.
The name of the telescope, largest telescope
Tomorrow,
in the world.
next week, you do your research, no thinking. Find out.
Do you know that or you know? Did you learn in school, Charvi?
Yeah, I have seen just now. It's China Sky Eye.
Who did? What was that?
China Sky Eye.
You get it? We can't get it, Charlie.
She is saying some China sky eye. What?
Nothing to do with China. This telescope has nothing to do with China. Okay? China on that era, they are behind, way behind other countries. Okay, anyway, everybody got it? I'm excited to learn more science. I don't know about you guys, because I don't know the answer. Deepakanandji is big homework for Deepakanandji anyway. So Deepakanandji, you children have small homework. Deepakanandji has to figure out how to tell what Dadaji's telescope is, you know? So it'll be very interesting. Anyway, another question is, ask your parents. Hey, the parents, do you know Dadaji has the largest, biggest telescope in the world besides the man-made one? Ask them. Eh? Nidhi, tell me what your father or mother says, huh? Now we're going to ask. Mothers are smarter than fathers, so ask mothers. Okay, and tell me what your mother says about Dada Bhagwan's biggest telescope inside the body, huh? Everybody agree? Harshal, we're going to ask your mom?
Yes.
Ashvi? Itasvi? I know your mom.
Dada, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Can you translate what punya means? Because what does punya mean?
We are not going to ask you. Ask your parents. Find out what's the English word for that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we are in a forum. We learn everything. Kush and Dewey, ask your daddy and mommy and your uncles all these questions. Okay. Dadaji's telescope. What is punya? How much punya they have? Ask them. Hey, mom, how much punya you have? Just ask them. Yashvi, Sia. Tar mummy પૂછજે કે તમારું પુણ્ય કેટલું છે? It'll be interesting.
And also ask them how much share do you have from their punya?
તમારું પુણ્યમાંથી how much share you going to give me? That's a good one.
Yes.
See, Harshal is easy. All there, his parents punya, he's getting it. So between Shia and Arya, we'll have to figure it out. That's interesting.
Okay.
See? We want to make fun like this. So be happy. Nidhi, be smiling. Sit now. There you go. Okay? Tell 3 months ago. Everybody understood? This excitement, I'm excited now because I'm a science teacher.
Yeah, and one more thing, Rani uncle, can we put this thing on the forum? Okay? Message.
If I remember, but Harshal can always correct me. Okay, I will.
Yes.
Harshal, I'll try it and then you can help me out.
Sure.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Varihantanam. Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam. Namo Vajrayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro. Savapavappanasano. Mangalanam cha savesin. Padamam havai mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.
One thing, Deepakanandji,
Satchidanand.
one thing, please. Harshal, you had a question. Hold on.
Jai
Hey guys,
Come
just
again.
hold on. Harshal, you had a question?
Yeah, if possible, I'll ask it in the next session. No doubt, no problem.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Jai
Now-
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.